call a special meeting, town of Metaline to order, it's 10 o'clock. And the first item on our agenda is to talk about our creating a web design and a website for the town of Metaline. We've got Nick.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Oh, it's pronounced whitus.
white.
Looks like whitus.
Whitus, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spell it out.
Yeah.
Exactly for myself.
Yeah. Yeah, just white with an S. White S.
Okay, and the way I understand it,
Mhm.
a domain for a government entity is free.
I believe it's free if you.
Yeah, I looked it up.
Okay, at get.gov.
Okay. We went pretty basic, but, and you can set that up for us?
So the domain itself, no, I can't do that. The domain has to be requested from a significant member of the city government.
Okay.
So mayor or possibly a board member.
Okay.
They could
I
request it.
can do that. Is there a form that we can?
There
download?
is. Yes, if you go and check out get.gov. Yep.
Okay.
Golf Echo Tango.gov. You can look through there of creating an account for get.gov and then also searching for a domain. I've checked Metaline and Metaline WA, which is you're probably going to want to go with Metaline WA.
Yeah.
I think technically you can get Metaline, but I would say MetalineWA.gov is what you're searching for, and I searched for that and did not find anything.
I did too.
Yeah, good. So first you gotta create an account, and then you can make that request. It'll probably take a while. I mean, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, those would be the first steps of.
Okay. Now, first question to my mind is, you would do that for us. You would, once we've got the domain and everything, you would set it up for us.
So I can definitely assist with that. Because the process will be getting the domain, and then you can do this at the same time while you're waiting. Is actually creating the website. Now that needs to be something in terms of for security purposes, or also this needs to be verified with the get.gov of hosting your own domain. You could possibly use online web services to do web. You need to actually develop the website. And then when you're developing the website, there's a ton of different ways you can do it. For those that aren't as tech savvy, which is highly recommended in my opinion, but it needs to get verified that it's okay for a government domain, is using some sort of online creation web tool like Wix, or there's tons of them out there. There's tons of them out there. We'd have to look at the reputability of which ones you can use, especially for hosting a domain like this, specifically for Gov. If there are any stipulations, I think there's definitely some verbiage about it. I'm not an expert in terms of government domains, but that would be something that we need to do, is create the website. And then basically once you have that domain, you can then link your website that you've created to that domain.
Okay, that's where I need you.
Yes, yep, and I can definitely assist with that.
I've had my own website back
Right.
20 years ago, and it's fine. It was a one-way thing. I get to post stuff on there. If people want to talk to me, or if they wanted to post something on it, they would contact me by email, and I just keep it very secure. We have one administrator and a backup. Let's see. And it'd be really basic, I think. But I would like to have it so that people can write in, like if we want to advertise an event.
Anything pertaining to the town,
For the
information.
town, or any of the 3 towns, actually. Just anything going on in North Pond County.
I would say anyone going to the website to check out Metaline, Washington would know the amenities, what we offer, hiking trails, boating, kayaking, all your RV parks, the mayor, town, the address, all that stuff.
I wrote down all the contact information, meetings, date, time, and agenda.
Yes.
Maybe publish
Maybe we could
the approved minutes for
maybe
the
we
board.
could put it on like a calendar that you can, click on it. It's really easy to see what's going on every day. Yeah.
And then a
Yeah.
header adding a
that
picture
sounds
would be
cool.
like
Well,
Yeah,
this one for the park.
highlight like tourism type of stuff, like you
Yes.
said.
Yes.
It'd be a good market for Metaline.
Yeah,
Everybody asks if we have a website.
I would just
yeah. What do we think about like doing a online payment portal for our bills?
I would like to do some research on that, yeah.
Using one.
It would make it really convenient for a lot of people, I think.
We have had people call and ask if they could be online.
Would that be something that'd be possible to do, Nick?
Yeah, there's a lot of options out there. I'll have to do more research in terms of like public utilities and how that all links in. I'm not familiar with that kind of stuff, but I'd imagine there in today's day, there's more than likely some sort of web development service that has. I know that stuff like Shopify or there's some other ones out there. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, but there's some other ones out there that link automatic payments and stuff like that, and they'll manage that. There will be a fee for that.
Okay.
That they'll give you that kind of. They'll manage all of the payment processes and securities that go with that. There are services out there that do that now. Like, will it work in this circumstance with it being city government and how all that works in order to do your payments and try to automate that process as much as possible? We'll have to do more research on it.
Sure.
I'll take a look at that.
We
and
would
see
have
what
to do
might be
some
out there.
research on the return on investment for that, if they've got it, because we have a really tiny town. I mean, I can see where that's a real asset in,
Right.
in Spokane, but
Where,
I don't know.
Yeah, because it will have more than likely a monthly hosting fee then associated with that, because it will be one of the more higher tiers or whatever, and then they might even have like a cut, taking a payment process, stuff like that. So yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'd like to look into that.
They're really, so when we did it with the chamber, we just used like Springly, and it was $30 a month, and people could do, if they wanted to do like the debit card or anything, that was their choice, so it was the fee was hooked to them when they paid.
Yeah.
So the chamber really only paid for the $30 a month, that was it. So it's really inexpensive, I'm sure, for anything like that, but it would it'd be a lot of work leading up to it.
and where we already have bill pay through the banks, or we have that too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a charge towards the town.
I don't think we need to do that all right now.
No,
I think
no.
we need to establish the website and let it evolve into whatever, I'm sure there's a ton of stuff we could do to promote North Ponderay County and there and all that stuff, but, we just want it really basic, and let it evolve.
Sure.
But keep it on the table for later.
Would you
Yeah.
charge a fee?
No, I'll do it for volunteer work.
Really?
Awesome. Okay,
Do you guys have any more questions for Nick?
just download the form.
I have one. Do you prefer to take your own picture for the website, or do you wanna use something that we already have? Do you have a drone?
I do have some photos that I can use.
Do you? Okay, because we have this one that, shows our park in the fall and everything too, so.
Oh, you're talking about photos for the website itself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
just the header.
yeah. I mean, we could even do it to where communities submit certain
Okay.
photos, and if they want to
That would
have,
be fun.
if they
Because
want to
we
do
have
their own
some
kind of thing. I mean, it is a small community, we should take advantage of that,
Yeah.
and so if people want to if they have their own nice photos of Metaline, or
That'd be fun.
we could easily have that. One thing I would recommend is, so a lot of times during the web design process, you'll have these things called wireframes developed. Wireframes are basically just no like graphics or really anything. It's the flow you're expecting the website to go through. So like you draw out a web page just with boxes. You don't have to worry about the cute designs or anything like that. Just draw out the boxes, and then when this button gets pressed, it links to this page, and so you have another picture that's your wireframe. So then this helps to develop the flow of what we're expecting for the website. And obviously I can help you guys out with that in developing that wireframe, but that's something that for you guys to think about is how do you want the flow to look? And then we can put all the cutesy artsy stuff and
One of the most
User
exasperating
experience
things that I bump into online is having one of those set up with all of the little things, but there's never anything there.
We want it as user friendly as possible.
Exactly.
so-
Or just, don't put anything in there until there's actually something to point to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that would.
yeah, don't try to add, it's something similar in coding is don't start building things that you don't even have yet.
Yeah.
There's no benefit for a placeholder.
No, and it just exasperates people, so, okay. Great. We will definitely let you know when we have our permit or whatever paying.
Yeah. So if you guys, so the big thing here then is you guys need to go get the domain. While you're doing that, I can start doing some research for actually building the website and then get some mocks or anything like that. And also if you guys have wireframes like I was talking about, if you guys have any ideas with how you want the website to flow, that can easily come back and, you know, I can put that into the website and
I think we would have a little box down there at the bottom of the page that said, if you have any suggestions or things you would like to
Yeah.
see in Metaline,
Yeah.
just give us a buzz.
yeah, perfect.
Yeah, we could even post like our, town policies, our
Yeah.
ordinances, that would be searchable for people. Yeah.
We could, well, like, there's concealed weapons. It's against the law in Metaline. We can have ordinance up there, we cannot. Okay, yeah, that'll be interesting, we get a lot of responses from that, because that ordinance doesn't even apply, because you can't overrule federal.
No.
Sure.
No.
Anyway,
Would you
but
guys,
there's some fun ordinances in that book.
would you guys like this on the agenda, the regular meeting to revisit and maybe take action on it?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Mr. Ryder? Yay, nay?
Just listen to the ordinance stuff.
Oh.
Okay, like the subheading under the web design thing was an email list, have we done that?
It was just, if the council wanted to maybe do like an emailing list, but if we were wanting to do the website, there was another option of an email list of just like an agenda packet, like Newport and a lot of the towns do, they'll put together an agenda packet and it's like the meeting minutes, what they're working on that month, stuff like that, but I think the website would work out great.
Yeah, I do too.
Don't forget to set up your guys' emails.
Yeah.
I haven't done that yet.
So we have-
That's okay.
Okay, item number 2 is CIAW resource folder. CIAW is the Cities Insurance Association of Washington, which is, I'm being told they're what the other 2 cities are, the other 2 towns are.
Ione does for sure.
I brought, so we are very, very close to our insurance. Here's another one too, Tim, if Amanda wants to look. She brought me these, she actually came and met with us, she was super nice. Her card and stuff is in there, that's for you guys to look at, I'll get more for you guys too, a whole folder. But they offer a ton of resources. They even do a driving simulator that you can take for like
Driving test.
driving test and stuff. But I thought you guys might wanna look through it, it's kinda nice.
And she drove around with JP and got pictures of everything that we need insured. Brian did the measurements for town hall, so she knows all the measurements.
She sent us some requests for more information that you've already.
Jake got the address
Already got
for,
it too, so
the
we're just waiting patiently, hopefully by the end of next week, we should have an answer,
We'll have
which is
a,
really comforting.
estimate or quote of everything.
Okay.
We pretty much started from fresh, from AWC, we just, she came up, we went through lots of paperwork, helped us fill everything out. Now it's just, fine tuning everything before it goes into the underwriting, and then once it's there, we'll have some input back and have like an estimate or quote, so we're really close.
Okay, do you think we could maybe be able to take action on it by next regular
I'm
meeting?
hoping so,
Okay,
I'm
that'd be
really
awesome.
hoping so.
that's what we're shooting for. And she knows that it's.
Arbitrarily put that on the agenda, at least we'll,
We can visit it again.
yeah, visit it, hopefully, and to take a.
That's where that part of that loan from Ione is supposed to go to, is to get us insured again.
Sure. Do we have a ballpark estimate of what it might cost?
No.
No? Okay.
No, but I don't. I doubt it would be more than AWC, but,
How much was that? 22,000 a year.
Something we did learn, meeting with Fran at the hub out of Colorado that's helping us with this, is even though we're covered and have insurance, any special events are supposed to get their special event insurance.
Okay.
She advised that that be done each time. So
When
Fourth
we
of
go-
July, each time is gonna have their own, like
When we
they
go
did
through
this
like
year.
the policies and procedures too, I'll kind of walk you guys through of what they would like to see also, that should probably be in our handbook.
Yes.
Is there any more discussion on the CIAW?
Thanks for the update. You wanna take a look at this, Rick?
It's pretty cool, you can
Yeah.
call them, like if you have questions about like public requests was an example that she used, or, anything pertaining, they actually have lawyers and attorneys that you can talk to, and they can give you advice or advise you where to go, and it's all for free, you don't have to pay an extra membership fee like you did with AWC, like it's all one big thing for CIAW.
Clear Risk is what the school uses, and I call them and ask them questions, like, we're gonna go on a field trip, you
Yeah.
know, is this okay? And they have answers for me at that moment.
Yeah, pretty excited
Cool.
for that.
Could they, their lawyers, could we contract with them to be the town lawyer?
No.
Okay.
That was one of our questions too, but
They're an advisor.
they would advise us, yes.
Any more discussion?
No?
Okay, item number 3 is prioritize the outstanding bills.
Forgot the folder.
In my, last time I looked at what we owed, I think we could probably pay it all off except for AWC. Do you have the total?
The idea is to pick away at them, not pay them all off. The money, the loan we got for my own, the rest of that is to get our insurance.
Yes, all of
And
it.
then,
Well, we don't know yet, so whatever that.
this is true, so we're not touching it. What we're looking for is the ad hoc is looking for the council to prioritize the bills, which gives Jade permission to start paying them, you and I to sign off, and the council to look at them and sign off. But we need to start paying them.
Okay. Once,
Doesn't mean we're gonna take a lump sum and pay them, because most of them have been most gracious in working with us.
but
So,
I just, my mind just is like my own home bill.
It's-
I wanna get rid of them as soon as possible.
We
Once-
all do, but-
Once we find out,
So,
what, CIAW is going to charge us, can
we can't necessarily moving forward with our, trying to build our monthly budget, and which Jade has done a great job at, and we have a monthly budget, and we have money in our money market. We don't wanna take all that money
No, I
and
don't.
just pay our bills, so this is what we're doing, we're giving her permission. So when we get enough money in our checking, we'll just pick 2, 3, 4, 5 bills, pay them, send them out, we're done. And then we'll do that in the next, cause we sent letters to all of them.
I understand that. What do we owe less AWC?
what do we owe AWC?
No,
What
in this
less-
folder, what was our last add up on that, because we take,
Without AWC, just roughly.
cause AWC's out of that now,
Okay, let me see.
or,
I'm logging through it here.
We've talked to AWC and they will help us come up with a payment plan. I
Yeah.
understand. Okay.
but in lieu of that too, what we've discussed is their, per what the auditor's findings are, for their coverage back to, from 2020 to June of 25,
Okay.
whatever percentage of monies they deem that we get back for our losses, that will go back to
So that it's going
AWC.
to them in the first place.
Yeah, but there's a proper procedure, it has to come to us and we have to send it back, so there's that to keep in the back of your mind, that's a payment to them too.
And they won't do anything until they have, what the auditor finds. They're gonna go off what the
Yeah,
auditor.
they're not
That's
requesting
the way I
payment or
understand it.
anything.
I just- But I would like to know what we owe less AWC.
And then are any of them charging us interest right now? And
No.
what is the grace
No.
period on
No.
them? Do we need to figure out like the
No,
grace
they've been-
period
they've
so we
been-
know
They've
which
been
ones to pay
contacted.
first?
They know, so all the creditors have been contacted and they know what's going on, so they're just pretty much awaiting payment.
And none of them have said we're gonna start charging you interest on
No.
ninety
They have
days.
been awesome.
The only one that's probably going, which I did contact them, is the Labor and Industries.
So we should probably pay that one first,
That's a good one to pay
if they're
first.
going to start charging us interest.
So you guys go through it, put your first ones, like your first,
It's, yeah,
and keep in thought too, we need the propane for our backup at the wastewater and the water plant for heat in the wintertime. Yes.
so there's one on there that I marked important, is because that is like our filters.
Yeah,
And they have been burned before by us,
Mhm.
and, he was very
Who is this?
gracious when you and JP talked to him to get the filters sent
The
out.
filter guy.
The filter?
The filter
Oh,
guy?
yes.
He's like a small business type of guy, you know, like it really matters for him to get that money, and he was put off and put off and put off before.
there's some big bills.
Yes. Some of them range back 6 months or more.
Yeah.
We've been pulling the old one and putting the new, if they send us a new one, with current, because
Okay.
we ask them to give us a complete printout.
Let's see, we got filtration supply.
Is there a mouse over there?
Who? Oh,
A mouse?
Looking for those are looking for. So it's filters, Anatech is, what, Anatech is
That's our-
testing, water testing?
Yes, that's our water testing.
Jade is really on top of this as far as our debtors are concerned. The creditors, more than I can know,
Much
however.
better.
So, you come up with a list of which ones we pay first. I'd like Jade to review it to see if there's.
Part of the ad hoc, I've been through it and Jade, so we're gonna
Okay.
let these
Have you
two.
already made a suggestion?
Jade and I have done our suggestions together,
Yeah.
but we want them to prioritize.
So this Fogel supply, it says there's a balance due to 0.
Let me see, what's that one?
No, I don't think it's 0.
I think that was 13.
Yeah, we made a payment, it says balance due
This,
to 0.
so Pete paid for this out of pocket.
That's why the receipts are
That's-
attached.
And then there's,
Alicia out of pocket for our ink
we did a
and
phone, I did a Costco thing, and then he paid for this.
Copy ID.
Okay,
so this was all in-house.
so you guys willing to,
They've been waiting. If
sheriff,
Pete had not paid for that pump, we would have
and
been in
some,
trouble.
some stuff that,
Feral gas one, we said we needed to pay, right?
yeah, current balance 571,
That's the propane.
yeah.
I like my spelling this one.
You know, 12 grand to the, $13,000 to the sheriff.
And this one we're not worried about.
The sheriff,
So those were all paid out of pocket, he paid. the
that's
total
Alicia,
one.
Jade, and
Alicia and Jade, and for those Costco and Walmart ones out of pocket.
we had to have new phones. This one didn't have, I don't know what, the old one didn't have something working correctly on
So
it.
are we looking to pay them back?
Yes. Just so if we do get in, we need the books cleared on that, so.
What's this Radwell, this is that metering pump for the,
Yes,
okay, it's, says the, did we buy this on credit, or,
it's on. Is this the one that Pete did?
Mm-mm.
No.
No, he just did the pump.
Oh no, this is the one that came in. Look at that one.
Sheriff's office one, we're back due to 24. So like after we decide which of these 3 or 4 we need to pay
July.
first, then should we
This
go
was
to
the ones that he was
most
asked
surprised?
with JP, and they were gonna invoice us.
Okay, that's right.
but,
So this was a, I'm sorry.
so there's still Springbrook too, right?
We
No,
paid
it's
that one.
cleared with the money from my own,
Okay, so we've already paid Springbrook back. Okay,
cause that was just online getting a hold of them and, yeah. You'll see the bill for it, it'll be in our next pile of bills.
okay,
And I have full access to everything with Springbrook now.
okay,
Now-
good.
Yeah.
So how much money are we working with here?
So the only, so you're, I think it's like 33,000.
Got about 33,000?
Basically, just giving her permission and putting them in the order that you'd like,
Yeah,
And each time that she sees we have enough in our checking, taking that. Cause we really, me personally, I don't wanna touch the money market. That's where our big funds are going in, because we're gonna have upcoming,
That's what you're working with, is right there.
33,000, okay, 46, okay.
and this is not knowing what AWC with our insurance is gonna do.
What's this furrow pump? An order of amount of $1,602.
It should,
That's from April.
symmetrics. It was something that was ordered then. JP's been finding all this stuff.
Okay.
Oh,
And this
And
was
this
a,
was put on a credit card, it looks like. Or was that our debit card? It looks
we
like this
have
was
no
a-
debit card.
It looks like this was already paid.
I can't see it.
This one is an on phone and they agreed to bill us. So we
Okay.
ordered this pump and
They're
I
gonna
said,
bill us.
yeah, and I told them if they'll bill us, cause we have no credit card.
Okay. This was a metering pump for a chlorine injector at the water pump plant.
Is this the pump she
And
tried to send back?
this one so far is not past due, so we're looking to April.
It's a request.
Yeah.
Should be.
And what was the total on it? 1,508.
I don't know if this one's supposed to be in there, isn't it?
I'm wondering if. Cause
Oh,
I don't
here.
know what this thing is.
It says tax applies. This is just a,
Auditor,
they just give them an estimate. I believe.
Selkirk Water Reclamation Lab.
This is the same pump insert. Do you know, is this that,
What that's due on that?
they can't do a seal on this one, do you remember? We need, JC's
How
gone.
much did you lose there?
Thank
'Cause
you.
were telling
He
us
came
about
in
it.
early and did his stuff.
So we owed Selkirk.
Oh, the school district, yes, we, very gracious that Mr. McKinney is gonna be helping.
40.
There's like a, that might have been for the sewer plant, some sort of transfer pump for one of those.
Oh, okay, well, let me double check.
Okay, let's-
Yeah, double check
We'll
it.
have to ask, we'll have to ask.
We'll send this one out.
Yeah, cause I think this was a quote. Cause it says tax applies, and it just gives you a shipping point. Terms are Visa, MasterCard, which we don't have a Visa, MasterCard, so we
Yes, I
didn't
know.
do this
So that might
purchase.
have been a quote, I remember
So we
that we
owed
sent out,
Selkirk 4,800.
when we're spending over, when we're spending a lot of money, like over $1,000, it's a good idea to get quotes.
We're gonna put a hold on this one,
Okay,
cause I think that is a,
that looks like a quote or. it's
yeah,
prepaid or
cause we don't
something.
have a MasterCard, there's
Yeah.
no tax, nothing was sent,
Okay. And Department of Ecology.
could be something we need to be put on the
We
list.
have a payment coming up.
Or it might have already been done. Or we just ordered it from somebody else.
Is that the 29? Okay,
Yeah,
that's the September payment.
okay. This is Labor and Industries. Gas was 571, I think I already wrote that one here. Oxart, $1,500.
Oxart is twice a year, he said,
Yeah,
in the
it's every
fall and
6
in the
months.
spring, yeah,
Auditor.
but it's for backup power outages.
We have auditor, another one.
Auditor, auditor, and state auditor.
So that's state auditor, this is PA, okay. Sure adding up. Blue Book, USA Blue Book. What's that?
Your blue book.
Oh,
It's something for JP.
yeah, that's something to do with the water plant.
What's this?
Oh, it's his code, the ring,
And listen,
Huh?
isn't it the dialers?
they thought that was
Looks
the
like there's a
total,
pump
they
order
thought it was
maybe?
the
Yeah.
total of the bills, like up to this
Oh,
point, but I don't know.
They called
But
yesterday,
it says paid
Okay.
700 for February.
so they called yesterday, so
Still low 20s.
that's water plant.
I don't care, I just wondered why it was written in.
So that looks like it's the metering pump cause that's 19,000 I saw earlier.
Yeah.
Same thing as the metering. Oh,
Yeah, I can see that again.
yeah.
There's, I'll put,
That was the one with the little picture.
So,
JP just, on Friday, Saturday, Sundays, he comes in and does his readings and his
what's the
numbers,
total on that one?
enters them, and then he
This-
leaves.
1508.
That's different.
Still don't know what.
There's a
Or is
few
today
different-
the day that came in?
That was yesterday.
That was
Those are
yesterday.
taken care of.
That got taken care of.
Total
Good.
of 2,386.
How did that go?
Let me double check that, cause this
It's
is,
a terrible job.
Yeah.
Did he get his hazmat?
683, 72. It's the 16GC, okay, so that's correct, okay. That one and Orkin,
This
last
one
one.
is charging us
Freight and sales
interest.
tax would be.
Oxark is?
Shipping, so it was never shipped, it was quote, but he may still need this.
Okay.
Maybe they stopped, but they didn't.
That, no,
Yeah,
Two
Well,
charges for 25.
looks like Oxark is charging us late fees.
Or they were, maybe they stopped, but we've accumulated 75, 45 and late fees from Oxford.
Okay, I think I got it.
and I think because it went clear back to last fall, maybe.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten any new.
No.
So maybe they stopped since you contacted them.
Yes.
And then how much do we owe, AWC?
22,000.
And they're gonna make, set
Okay,
up payment
I'll put it on the
plans.
side here.
Do you have a sticky note with you?
No.
Okay. No, I was just thinking, check with JP and make sure this isn't something he's looking to get. We can put it on his clipboard. If it's something he's sourced elsewhere, then we can get that out of our file.
Okay, I got a total, not including AWC, $40,555.
Okay.
About right? I might be, I think I got them all. So, okay, now how to prioritize them? I mean, we can almost, you're right, dude, we can almost pay them all off, but I don't think that's really necessary if we can, I'd like to keep some cash too, I don't wanna just blow our whole.
We do.
We have to get insurance, so there's no way to pay them all off.
Yeah,
But just giving Jade authority to start pecking away
Yeah.
as our cash flow builds. Because
so-
we're trying to operate out of the checking, so.
Sure, absolutely. So you said the filters need to take priority because they've been burned before and we wanna still use that vendor.
Yes, please.
Okay, I'd like to make that a priority for sure.
So pretty much prioritize them, and then in the next meeting, you guys would vote
Right.
to give me permission to pay them.
Anatech, are they willing to work with us?
They are, I talked to Anatech, on the invoices, I crossed them out in pencil.
Mhm.
So we have paid those, and they know what's going on. He
Okay.
actually sent me invoices that weren't paid yet, so they know
what's going on.
what's happening.
The gas for feral gas, is that kind of a priority? Would they not deliver propane to us unless we pay this?
I would say it's a priority because they call and get for updates very regularly.
They're calling us?
Yeah.
Okay. And the phones are working.
Absolutely.
New phones, everything's working.
I would assume the sheriff's department's willing to work with us?
Yeah, they
Okay,
are.
so,
And we've been making the monthly payment to them
okay,
for this year anyways, but there is outstanding invoice, but
okay. State auditor, $765.
I would say that one needs to
What
be
was that
cleared,
for?
but that's me personally.
It's, it was on the invoice, it was,
I have 2 propane ones now.
I think they're the same.
They might be the same ones.
Yeah,
One's Oxart and one's another. Feral gas.
Oh, got it, so this one came
Maybe.
through twice.
yeah, I think that's the same invoice.
Okay.
The metering pump, I think that's pretty important. If we haven't paid that, we should probably get that vendor paid too, but. Department of Ecology,
It's our September payment, I think, for the, what did we refinance?
Oh, the, sewer plant.
Yeah, I believe that that's what it's for, it's the September payment for that.
oh, for the loan that we have on it?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that's probably pretty important.
yeah, put that to the top of the list.
Padre County Auditor. I'd say we should probably be up to date with them.
Yeah, because they've been huge help for my questions.
L&I think is probably a priority. I mean, all of these are, it's hard to prioritize, cause,
Remember too that you guys also have another impacts payment coming in November,
about 10 grand, right?
about 10,000, yep.
Okay,
And that's gonna go straight into our money market,
And
but
then,
then that will raise our bottom line.
so you guys have,
so that'll raise the 33,000 we have.
Yes.
Oh, man.
the biggest one is getting that insurance quote back,
Yeah,
so you guys can.
that's gonna be, do we pay that insurance, do they give us a discount if we pay it like in a year in advance, or?
I can ask
Yeah,
if we can do just the annual payment instead of making like monthly payments or every 6 months.
I think we were originally set up that way
I don't know.
with AWC, I believe we were. It seems like my memory serves me. I don't know, Bill, do you remember when we had AWC and we voted on that? It seems like we had a monthly,
Was it monthly though? Like,
they had a monthly setup, but I feel
I
like
would-
she said
I
she
would
paid
have
it
to go
all.
back in my records, I remember that
I would
we,
too.
that she said, oh, well, if we pay early or extra, that
That's what it
we
was.
could get a discount.
that's how
Okay.
my insurance works.
Yeah, if you pay it all and pay early, they
I
do.
will definitely ask.
Okay,
That's a good
when she
question.
calls back this week.
Blue Book, that's sewer plant stuff, it looks like.
It's hard to
It
prioritize
is.
because we have to operate,
Yeah,
we have to have the filters, we have to have the gases,
Mm-hmm.
we have to have Anatech, we have to have the school, Oxart. Orkin is canceled.
okay,
I took the privilege of canceling them when they showed up, cause they were gonna spray all the plants and charge us $500 some dollars.
yeah,
So this is all that's left on their bill.
okay. Could we, maybe we could do, like, prioritize ones we wanna pay off in full, and then the rest of them we could pay like a partial payment on, you know, just to start working on it.
Let Jay work that out.
And you can just let me.
Just
Whatever you
number them
decide.
1 through whatever and what you guys agree upon.
Okay,
Jade and I have looked at it a million times, so.
Yeah.
Everything's running together at this point.
It's okay.
yeah,
So we wanna come up with paying off, like, how much of this 33,000 do we wanna use?
Right? How much? I wish that I had the quote for you guys today for insurance because that's
Yeah.
a huge one.
What is our checking running right now? Do we have a positive?
Like what's in it right
Yes.
now, or I don't know.
Oh, you're not on, okay.
I-
Cause
I
our
don't have it
checking
yet.
has had a positive balance left after paying things.
okay,
So I'd like to utilize that first for maybe the smaller ones before we touch our money market. Really
Certainly.
trying to protect that one, just till we get insurance on loan.
How about we call another special meeting when she gets the figure from the insurance company, and just, I mean, that'll help you. right?
Or
They can still prioritize.
yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, we're gonna have to pay that, you know, but that will, if it's less, we'll have
I mean,
more
you
money.
guys- we're really close to having a regular meeting.
yeah, I think we could probably,
You guys we could probably get away with doing it at the regular meeting.
sure.
And I would have way more information.
And look, we don't have to, we can't make any decisions here today on this, but now I have the information. Maybe I can do it over the next
Yeah.
couple of weeks until the regular meeting, and,
I just, as long as we get whatever you decide to pay, we give her permission to do it
yes,
at that meeting.
yes.
Yeah, so we're not
I
having
don't
to have a
know,
meeting
this
to
has
do
been,
this.
this has been
and then
dragging
do
on
that.
for 2 months now.
Cause these are all outstanding, none
Yeah.
of these are our monthly
I
No.
operating.
think we're in agreement of like the top 5, we know we want her to pay.
What do you have? have L&I, feral gas, the filters,
This is the pump
the pump.
in the Department of Ecology,
Department
so
of
we don't get
Ecology.
it behind.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. The auditors too, I'd like to kind of be up to snuff with all them.
And every one of these entities are aware, so.
Okay. And Selkirk said they would work with us. But we're paying them now, we're paying their monthly bill now,
We
this is
are,
just
yes.
outstanding,
Yeah,
okay. Alright, well, yeah, let me, now that I have the information, I'll stew it over and I'll kind of, I'll probably be calling you or coming in and kind
Oh,
of bugging you a
that's
little
fine.
bit.
That is totally fine. There is going to be another bill, depending on how long it takes the auditor, the state auditor. It's gonna be a minimum of 40,000 to go through the audit,
Yeah, that's,
so just keep that in mind. We got that information when we met with the state auditor.
yeah, that's not free.
She doesn't know if there's any forgiveness in that because of the situation. Insurance covers that, she doesn't know those questions, or the answers to those questions that we have for her.
So what has AWC, like, I know we have a claim open now with them, have they? is there
They're
any
going by
movement on
what
that?
the auditor finds.
Okay, so we have to wait for the auditor's report to make a claim against AWC, so we might be getting some money from AWC. for this.
Absolutely.
We just don't know the
It's-
amount.
She also said,
Hold
when
for a
she said how
while.
much it would cost, that it could go out for 6 months, from whenever that phone call was.
It could be up to a year, it could, we don't know.
Okay,
June 9th.
And
or
we
June
have
6th.
yeah.
This one we need to fall.
well, we'll be digging out of this hole for a while,
Yeah.
but I think we're making progress and
We are.
it's not,
Just looking at the proper management of funds, you can see our money market's growing as it should. Our checking account is holding its own, so with the incoming water sewer bills and overages that some people donate and pay in, our monthly operating budget is fine, and that's paying our 2 employees.
There
So-
have been a couple of anonymous donations come into
Yes.
town as well.
oh man, that's,
It's huge.
yeah.
People
If
that
any of
don't
those
even
people are
live
out
here.
there, thank you.
Yeah.
They don't even live here, they're just affiliated with the town.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's kind of boosted my faith in humanity.
Yeah, for sure.
Their wishes were to remain anonymous.
Alright.
Any more discussion on this one?
Well, that's okay. Over here.
Kind of a mess.
That's alright.
We just wanted to share our headache with everyone.
No, thank you
You're
for
welcome.
digging through this mess.
What we wanna see.
And this is everything that we found. We cannot find anything else, and we've reached out.
Oh, I'm
so
sure something will come up.
I'm hoping not.
Yeah. There you are.
Okay. Last item on the agenda is draft updates for policies and procedures.
Okay.
And I think Janet has been digging into those.
So Tim's
Oh,
got a great idea
They've
here.
been doing really good.
I've been working on mine for a while.
As far as the existing policies and procedures,
Adding, amending.
are we going to add any or amend?
Well, we're gonna add some things that we feel that are important, definitely.
Yeah.
Tim can take it from here.
Okay.
So some additions would be the safe driving policy. I guess our insurance company wanted to see something like that.
Yeah.
There's a couple of changes we've discussed already, like maybe having a reading of the minutes, you know, a brief reading of the minutes, and then maybe a pledge of allegiance. We've talked about those things. We can discuss them more at a regular meeting if we want to take action on them. But those are just kind of little procedural things, you know, like how we want to run the meeting. The big one's the safe driving policy. It looked pretty generic to me, like drivers should be medically fit. They may be required to complete defensive driving training, may need to. Maybe the only change that I would see to this one was everything says company business, companies, it's referring to us as an entity, as a company.
Okay.
I might wanna see that as town, operate town-owned vehicles.
Write on it, do whatever you guys need to do.
Okay.
I know for the school, everybody has to run through a driving abstract. It costs like $25. The Washington State Patrol.
Does it look better, Do you get discounts on the insurance?
Yeah,
You don't
and
do
they
that?
take one of those.
I've got the financial, so I don't see you driving.
It's just something that our insurance requests, is my understanding, and then it comes back with your driving abstract. And it can either be a conversation, like, hey, you've got 20 speeding tickets, you know, we're not gonna let you drive, or your speeding ticket was a long time ago, please know that we are aware, and I know you could lose your privileges. But you do it online, and it costs like $25. Mm-hmm.
And that was through the state patrol.
Department too.
I don't know, we just do ours through Washington State Patrol, because you can do it online. And before anybody can drive a vehicle with students in it, they have to have that. As far as just being an employee driving, that's not the case.
And then another addition I'd like to see, I kind of worked on this over the last month or so. I've gotten some help from members of the community. Brian Smiley helped me out a little bit. And it's just kind of there's no outline of how we should be doing the treasurer's report. I feel like if we were following these procedures, what happened could have never happened.
Okay.
They're pretty basic. It would just be that the treasurer's gonna present a written financial report,
On that to Pete, so you can
and it's
see
gonna have
what's
what it
going on.
includes here, like beginning and ending balances for all accounts, revenues received, expenditures, year-to-date budget versus actual figures, a list of outstanding obligations like we just went through, and then monthly bank reconciliations for all accounts will be with the report. So there's gonna be a verification section, the mayor and at least one council member. I think we should do it on a rotating basis, like 1 month I'll do it. I'd be happy to do the first month. Janet, Alicia, Amanda, Rick, we could kind of rotate through it based on, our availability to do so. And then they're gonna go through that with the mayor and the treasurer to just kind of go through all the numbers, make sure everything adds up and matches. And then they're gonna initial and date all the paperwork saying that they looked at it and they approved it. We're gonna retain all supporting documentation for a minimum of 6 years. That's consistent with Washington State Records retention requirements. Any sort of discrepancies or irregularities, they must be reported to the council immediately. And then approval of expenditures, all claims shall be presented to the council for approval in the form of a claims voucher list identifying each check number, pay amount, and purpose, kind of like you've already been doing. 2 authorized signatures are required on all checks. Again, I think we've been doing that already.
Yep.
It just puts this, in ink in our policies. This is what we do. It's not just like, oh, we've always done that,
And our insurance underwriters want this, they want policies.
They're gonna wanna see this,
They
yeah.
want to see it, yes.
Yes.
And then, we'll review these procedures annually. This is just kind of a basic outline. We can always add stuff, or we'll just kind of try it and see how it's working. If we find we need some more stuff in here, we can. I thought about adding a credit card usage policy in here, but I don't even want us to have a credit card until we get our feet under us. And
Yeah.
if we find out we need one for some reason, we can add a policy for it. And then, so I kind of outlined what this monthly bank reconciliation should look like with the treasurer, the mayor, and the council member. So I made a checklist here. It's going to be gather all the documents, get all the statements, all the financial records, any supporting documentation. We're going to compare the deposit record with the bank statement, compare each cleared check or withdrawal with the check register, and verify the check numbers, the payees, amounts, and then all electronic payments, they're going to be verified in that too. Identify any timing differences, like if a check hasn't been cleared yet, or if there's a deposit that we're expecting that hasn't come in yet. Any sort of fees, charges, we're gonna review, and then any interest payments we'll review too and add that. And then we'll verify ending balances, we'll calculate everything out, make sure that our ending balance matches our bank account balance. And then we'll just kind of prepare the reconciliation report, summarize everything, and then attach everything together so that it's a nice neat packet that the council can review, quickly, so we don't have to sit here and go through it,
They'll have a
spending half
head
an hour.
sheet that
Yes,
shows
and-
exactly.
Yeah,
From talking to Springbrook, when the guy was here, we get a bank statement
Yeah.
from the bank, and we get the, printout. I mean, there's
Yeah.
the monthly printout from, Springbrook.
Yeah.
And it's all there. If they don't match, if
Yeah.
your ending balance in the Springbrook and ending balance in the thing don't match,
there's a problem.
There's a
Yeah,
problem.
either a check isn't cleared or something's
Yeah,
different.
and she should be, you know, she will have reports and be able to explain any kind of discrepancy
Yeah.
like that.
But the point of this is to like, we'll get together before the meeting
I was just gonna ask
and,
that.
and get, hash all of it out,
Yes.
get it, so everyone understands what's going on, and then we'll present it at the regular meeting so that in a clear, concise way that we can all quickly go through and, yep, this number's here, and then, you know, you went through it, it's all good, and then we can vote on it.
Yeah.
It's not just gonna be like, oh, we got this much in, payroll was this,
No.
vote on it. No, not anymore. We're gonna,
Yeah,
it's gonna be clearly laid out, every expenditure. So, I don't know, please give me some feedback on it before the regular meeting, or
I have
give
one
it to Jane.
question, are there any, RCWs that pertain to any of this that should be posted alongside or with?
That's the part, yeah, we probably,
Not sure.
I'm not sure. This is kinda just off the top of my head, and, you know, and doing research, I looked at some other, not necessarily town
Mhm.
procedures, but other organizations'
Mm-hmm.
procedures, and kind of came up with this. I would have to do a lot more digging to find out.
Just as a
exactly.
side note, it might be good to have something that they can refer to.
Yeah,
you can download policies and procedures
Yeah.
for most small towns.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
like
pay
I
any
have
attention to what Seattle or
hours, I have
whatever,
Robert's
what
rules.
Yeah.
those things do, but the small towns.
yeah,
There's a lot of things in the RCW, you know, this, they're gonna do this and this and this, but then you get down to the bottom 3 or 4 paragraphs, it says, well, if you have less than 50 employees, you don't have to do
It
this.
doesn't
Sure.
pertain.
And so,
this is just what I thought would work well for us.
No, I think that's great.
I would suggest adding, mayor and mayor pro tem signatures on the checks only, like the clerk doesn't sign anything
Okay, so,
at all.
We haven't been letting her sign anything. And that
Because
just-
if you did that, then that would give me, it opens up for me to sign my own paychecks, not saying I'm gonna do
oh,
anything,
that's,
But
in here
that's-
too is I put that in here.
Okay.
Like, you can't
The
do
treasurer
that.
may not sign checks payable to themselves.
Yeah, I
it's in
wouldn't-
here.
well, and
just keep it as like mayor and mayor.
We had
pro
to
tem.
change that for
Would
the
be-
insurance.
That would be my suggestion.
we got our first credit card back before I was mayor. I mean, it was a big, long discussion. There was supposed to be only one credit card, and the clerk treasurer would manage it, she would, and everything would balance out again. You get a list of everything that was on the credit card, and this is what we bought and why, and this is the payment we made, it's not gonna be cleared every month. Well, we know what happened in the past 4 years, so. But I think we can go back, as long as those things are hard, but a credit card would be really, really handy.
Yeah,
Just to
and,
be able to get, off of Amazon or, Bills or whatever, you know, it's just one credit card, one statement, and there's nothing else on our.
I think if we could obtain a credit card that is just for the town of Metaline, and I'm not really sure on this,
Yes,
have no name attached to it, no,
yeah,
none of us.
yeah,
Just the town of Metaline, if there's something that needs to be ordered, then it's gonna require the mayor, the clerk present, and another council member, and not necessarily myself at the time, cause I'm mayor pro tem, to okay that purchase online so that they can purchase, cause JP's,
I don't know if
That's so the biggest,
that,
well,
yeah.
I don't really, paying bills with checks and stuff is totally fine, like,
It's
it's not
fine.
bothersome at all.
Yeah,
The only one that's really running into problems is JP, cause he,
Yeah.
the parts and like stuff like
yeah, you
that.
gotta buy a
Well, it's-
injection pump for
Yeah.
$1,400, you need it today,
Yeah.
you know.
we had to prepay for what,
I think
I
as
can't
long as
remember
we've
what it
got
was.
3
They wouldn't
approvals.
send it.
And
Yeah.
that's my, we had, rather early on, I think when back when Diane was clerk, we had like a limit of $500 for the maintenance guy, and $1,000 could be approved. I can't spend it, but I can approve it for an emergency.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, the biggest emergency I recollect right offhand was a lift pump over here by McKenzie's. And that was $6,000. And, I okayed it and got into a lot of trouble.
Yeah,
But we had a policy now, I mean, before I can do that, we either call an emergency.
yeah, that was what we
Or
had to
whatever
do.
it is, and it's, whoever can show up, you just sign off on it. I don't know.
And
if they're
therefore, could we put something in our policies if there's an emergency? If the water tank is gonna burst and go down, do you guys want us to wait for an
Oh, yeah.
executive
No,
session
we
or
would, that would be,
emergency meeting?
we would have an emergency meeting, absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean,
but it's gotta be, you know, it's just to back me up, or the
Yeah.
mayor up.
Or to back Jade up, because she's giving, her and JP
Or
are here.
JP, I know, and that emergency was, we did have that pipe burst right down.
Right.
Right down on Willis's property.
And the lift stations, you can't wait on those, that's
No.
taking all the waste
Yeah.
to the waste plant and,
that's could potentially affect
Yeah,
people's
I
properties.
think, you know, you might wanna write up that policy.
Okay, I can add to this like an emergency situations
Yeah.
part, and then, I'll start doing some research on the RCWs that apply
You
to
don't
this
wanna
too.
define what the emergency, I mean, cause it could be anything.
Well-
It could be a sinkhole in the middle of the street.
I think emergency defines anything that's detrimental to the health of our town, which is our water sewer.
Yeah, some real high level.
You might get input from the town of other emergency things that they think, but those are our priorities.
Yeah, and protecting human health and life and property, I
We
think
need
that
water,
anything that could
yeah.
affect either of those.
Okay, and I wrote down a couple of things about what I'd like to see in the policy, and so it's probably already there. It's like, the job descriptions. A very high level job description,
Mhm.
of what we expect from an employee. And a list of like, floor maintenance guy, what are minimum requirements.
Yeah.
You know, cause there's an awful lot of, I don't care who you hire, there's gonna be an awful lot of on-the-job learning, and it's a really steep curve. JP had so much experience walking into this thing that he's doing an amazing job, but, we ain't always gonna be that lucky.
Yeah.
A policy for interviews, do we have that?
What kind of,
And what do we expect from, you know, if we're hiring a new employee?
Oh.
I mean, like with, for the interview, what sort of documentation are we going to expect from them? Background check should be arbitrary. Previous employee, employment history, and we follow up at least two of them.
references?
Yeah,
Okay,
references.
hold on,
I'll get that.
So I don't think there's anything in our,
Yeah, it is, it's, the only thing we even have close is number 8.
yeah, filling
filing.
council
Yeah.
vacancies, yeah.
Application procedure, interview process, selection,
that's for council.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For employee,
yeah, and this is,
there's
Just
two
to-
separate.
we don't have anything, committees, boards.
I mean, if we do, it could be like a ordinance resolution or whatever, but there's so many of them to go through, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
If we had it black and white, this is in our
In the
handbook,
policies.
this
The
is what we
definition of policies and procedures are different, so, yeah, this is our policy, and this will be the procedure that we will use to enforce that policy.
Yeah.
So, there's, anyway. And I think we have our parliamentarian,
Yeah, we need to add that, and that would be you, Jim.
But you wanna add that to the policies?
Yeah, just
that
that
we
we-
would just, well,
Well, that's,
call it whatever you want, but I want somebody really on top of policies and procedures, and the way we do things, make sure that we're following them, which is,
If you felt the meeting was getting out of
there's
hand,
Jen.
yeah, so. Yeah,
it's like a second.
Yeah, if you wanted to designate someone to do that, that would be
I think we already designated you.
great.
But, no, I mean, but somebody just needs to be on top of that, I mean, because
It's a lot.
while the meeting is going on, there's an awful lot to keep in the back of your head, and
Yeah.
it's, obviously, I dropped the ball on that, so. Oh, that's all I gotta say. Any more comments on this?
I have a question. So the beginning and ending balance is for all town accounts. Like, how do we know what accounts the town has? And like, if we open another credit card and I have no idea,
Right now, we just have the 2, which is checking in our money market, those are the
and I
only
know we
accounts.
talked about like somebody other than Jade getting the mail, but should like a council member be, like one person every month be in charge of getting the mail so we can see that nobody's opened any new accounts?
Actually, that's a good
We
idea.
can do that, all we have to do is set it up with
What
Sam.
we have done with the post mistress is we have designated 3 people who are allowed to pick up the mail. Period, because
I'd be happy to pass that on, I have enough on my plate.
there's no problem.
I just don't know how to know for myself that somebody hasn't opened a new credit card if I'm not seeing what's coming in the mail.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know how that,
All we have to do is get a hold of Sam, he's the one that set it up,
Mhm.
and we change the lock, and that's all it is. And you can either just ask for it over the counter, we can set it up with him that way, or,
I don't wanna create more work for more people.
No.
Everybody, I just wanna know, how do I know that those are the only accounts we have?
Right,
yeah.
right.
And you do
Tell
know
me
that,
we have 2,
yeah,
I don't know.
you
that.
can come in anytime on your day off that Jade is here, or meet with her,
Right.
and.
That
or
still doesn't
MP.
really help
I know,
though, because
it
it's the ones
doesn't.
you show me, it's not the ones that maybe came in the
That's
mail
true.
that somebody's putting in their backpack.
We have a paper account, a bank statement going, plus what she gets online.
Yeah, but we're still finding credit card account that we
Yeah.
didn't even know about.
Right.
Like, so I see what you're
But they
saying.
would, and in order to open a credit card, they would have to verify
you
our
would get it in the mail.
address, and you would see it in the mail.
is there like a service for, like, can we pull a credit report on the town?
Oh my gosh.
We
tried.
tried,
We tried.
we don't know how that works, and how 7 cards got attached
We
to the
even asked the
account.
auditor and everything and they had no.
Cause I have a service that in my personal, just personally, that like, it alerts me if there's a new
Yes.
account open
Yes.
or anything like that.
Now, yeah,
We could,
we just haven't been able to figure out how to do it. We've made several calls on that, and since we are a government entity, they, Insuring or any of those other credit,
Yeah, Experian,
they're
TransUnion.
very, very picky. And, we haven't been able to contact anybody who will talk to us.
The auditor can pull those, and I think that's some of what they're doing, cause they're still tracking,
Mhm.
but.
I'm sure the FBI can too, but you know, I don't wanna involve that sort of it. I mean, I wanna be able to do this on our own. I want the authority to be able to check to see what the town of Metaline
if there's anything in there.
is been open in our, and we haven't been able to do that. We've been trying for 3 months. So, and it's,
I wonder if CIAW might have some resources.
you know.
They do.
Well, we'll talk to them for
Yeah.
sure, but that's, and it's really exasperating to know that I don't care how hard and how much you verify, there's going to be a way around it.
So, I'm not a business owner, but like, don't you have some sort of number that's like associated with your business?
Yeah. you
That's
can
like a
go-
social security number, right?
Yes,
Is that like, did your business, you run a business, do you have, can you pull a credit report based on that number?
They pull it from our personal,
Oh, really? Okay, it's attached to your personal.
yeah,
mhm.
I know.
Well, that might be the hangup, but we'll try and get a hold of somebody that'll talk to us. And we say, you've gotta fight your way through 2 or 3 levels of
Phone trees,
authorities
yeah.
to get anything done.
We do.
Well-
For the mail, if we were to do like each month, like a different person, you know, they sit down, they go through it with me, do we have to change the lockbox every month, or would it just stay, would everybody get the code,
Well,
or how does that work?
Why don't we go into, why don't one person, you, pick the mail up?
Because that's how it was, and there's a lot of stuff that Jade and I pulled out of the trash,
We
That
didn't
sh-
know about,
all of us should have seen.
yeah,
We pulled all the garbage.
and we, us 3 are picking up the mail right now, like, every day. But it would be nice too if you guys wanted to look
It
through
was
it.
like my job the month of October to get it the first through the 30th and bring it to you. And I would at least thumb through them and go, hey, we aren't approving this, where did this come from?
Yeah,
But you have a job.
Yeah,
but
That's
she's, her,
You're gonna leave your job, drive up here, pick the mail up at 9:30, 10 o'clock and bring it over here?
I mean, does it,
What I'm
is there a
saying is,
certain time?
if I'm not
No.
here,
there's not a certain
you
time.
know,
It would
could
have
act-
to be before 1 o'clock,
yeah,
because if we have payments coming in, then I'll
Why-
usually
It has to
post
be
them.
before
Why
noon.
couldn't she drop
it
it
has to
off?
be before noon,
Cause
cause
she
they're
would
locked
wanna
up.
go through the mail with
Oh,
me,
that's true.
and then if we have payments coming in the mail,
But my thing is, nothing is so important other than getting his bills cleared, that she couldn't
skip.
bring that the next morning to you before she goes to her job. See what
well,
I'm saying? So she could get Mondays.
we could talk
Come
to
in
the
Tuesday
postmistress
morning.
too, and just say, just don't put it in the box, just have it over here behind the counter. and we come in and ask for it,
And
and it's gotta be one of the three of us.
Something to think about, I just don't know how to confirm
Yeah.
what accounts we have if
It's-
I'm not seeing the mail firsthand.
It's a good point,
Every
but
once in a while.
I mean, I feel like if we're all doing it, someone's gonna leave it in their car and then
Yep.
take off to town and it's gonna
That's
get,
my worry.
stuff's gonna get stuck. I kinda,
Cause
I
we
can see
also
both
have a
sides of
box
it.
out here we have to get.
When I do it, it's a special trip, I make it, I come in and I ask if the mail's been picked up already, and if it hasn't, I go in and get it and bring it right straight back.
yeah, I think the mayor's an appropriate person to do that, and I think the clerk is an appropriate person to do it.
See, and the mayor was not, it was just the clerk before that was collecting all the mail, so
Mm-hmm.
that stopped.
And I think when
And
you
the
pick
bank
up the mail,
statements were
when you pick
only
up the mail,
online.
just take a look at it, and make sure it's all, anything that isn't addressed to the town of Metaline should be reconnoitered.
I gotta, doesn't the post office, don't they have a service that you can see your mail electronically now?
I
Not
tried.
here.
They
You,
have it
you
here.
can't do it here? Dang, 'cause that would be so
It would
easy.
be so handy, but
That's
they
too
don't.
techy for us right here.
I think we're about 100 miles away from that, so.
Darn it.
But Sam is willing to work with us in any way we can. I mean, they're on top of stuff, so they are alerting us if something's coming through that's not possibly appropriate for the town.
Nice.
Yeah,
Said person's name still on it, so that we can reconcile it.
I think we can put some more thought behind it.
Yeah,
It's,
definitely.
it's definitely a good point, but
We could could, I don't know how this would work. Have her collect all the mail and get it all on Fridays? No? You don't think that's a good idea?
It's totally up to you, you guys.
Or
could
collect
do,
it all and pick it up on Mondays,
like,
and then
pick it
it
up
would just
one
be
day a
every
week.
Monday?
And then we could all sit down and go
Would
through
that
it.
work?
The only thing is, I just worry about the payments, like, cause our billing cycle's done on the 26th, so anything like past that, they get late fees if they're, you know, not
Yeah,
paying
we're
their
not-
bill. So
and that
I
would be
worry
on
about
us.
not getting it that's the only thing I worry about is not getting that,
Yeah.
those payments posted.
The check doesn't post within a couple of days, there's people that will call and say, hey, what's going on? So, and I think the way we're doing it right now, until you deem that there is a problem,
I'm willing to pass mine over to Amanda and let her be a part of it. If that makes her feel comfortable and knowing what's coming in,
I'm
I'm
not
totally,
available to get the mail.
I'm totally good with that. Could you leave it, what, 8,
Well, I would need
8:30?
to know what the requirements are as far as if you need it here, like, yeah, at a certain time or, you know, on a certain day, cause I do have a job. I'm just trying to figure out, or if we put something in here that will help, you know, but like you said, there was all these credit cards open and nobody knew. And so now, I
We
mean,
don't know where the invoices were being sent.
Well, actually, also, I think, can't the bank do like a notification or something if that pops up, because all the, cause they couldn't
Yes.
get a credit card unless it had the town of Metaline on it through our bank. She couldn't do it, but she did, so is there something we can put on our bank account that would like
We can.
red flag it? You know, like, this is happening, we need to look into this type of thing.
Everything's red flagging it right now.
Everything, it's like locked down.
The bank is doing an awesome,
Yeah.
anything that's the least bit irregular, they question us. Or they,
And we've switched to where operations are coming out of checking, not money market. So there's not these transfers
Yeah,
every
you
month
can't make
that are,
1,000 transfers a month now.
it's,
and we were getting charged for all those transfers, by the way. And notices were being
I
sent
think
that we
you
didn't
got-
see.
you've got like 3 transfers a month you can make. without
Yeah,
being
but we-
charged. Yeah, we exceeded that.
I didn't exceed that,
No,
No,
but you know.
but we're trying to operate out of our checking as we should. And this should be gaining us interest.
okay, this is all policies and procedures, which will evolve, and they can be changed at any time.
And on the policies and procedures concerning the cemetery, I don't know,
Oh, yeah.
we have our book in there, but I don't, working with some of the people who have been calling in and wanting headstones, and just my personal thought on it, I don't think we should have restrictions on headstones. They wanna put a raised headstone on their loved one's grave, put a raised headstone. We pay someone to take care
Do
of
you know
it.
why
I
it was like
realize
that,
that,
Rick?
but we had a guy here just last year, the year before, wanted to put up a totem pole.
I'm talking headstone, I'm not
Well,
talking,
that-
I'm
if
not
that- What if
talking,
he says that's my headstone, it's that
well,
totem pole?
that's a good point to
I mean,
have
I'm
in there.
worried, that's my worry.
Excluding totem poles.
Well, that'd be okay, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I have nothing against
We could put a
totem
height
poles,
limit.
I just don't,
Yeah.
don't think that we wanna get into that. I agree we have to have some measure of what can be done up there. I mean, you don't want somebody putting up
A mausoleum.
Well, no,
that's,
But I-
no, I'm
yeah.
just, that's
Can we
true,
do like
though.
a
I mean,
limit or? like
so
a-
this is just my note, I just
No,
don't want
that's- no,
restrictions on the
it's a good
headstone.
thing. I think we do need
The
some
reason we
restrictions.
have that is for maintenance, cause if the guy has to, after he mows, stop and pick up a weed whacker and walk around the whole damn cemetery, that's just brutal.
Right now, our maintenance person loves making it look nice.
Yes, and yes, he's kind of a treasure.
He goes over and above.
But, you know, when we sell a gravesite, that belongs to you. You know, if you don't want to maintain it,
They pay a maintenance fee.
yes, well, they pay an annual. It's not a maintenance, it's something, yeah, it's called something else.
Yeah.
but
It's an
anyhow,
endowment fee.
Endowment fee that they pay.
And that covers a basic, you know, we clean it up, we go in there, pick up sticks and branches and any kind of.
But we allow them to come and decorate at will and whatever.
Yes, and
Yeah.
as we have restrictions on how long the decoration, because they put in plastic flowers in the springtime, when they're just, you can drive by with a lawnmower and blow it all over the place, it's a big mess. So we want cleaned up by the end of fall.
And then,
And if they don't clean it up, we will. So,
And then-
I mean, there's rules and regulations, some of it came in from when we turned over the management of the cemetery to the cemetery district. Cemetery district with, they got in too deep. They hired employees, but they weren't willing to pay for insurance to cover them, expected the town to do that. So anyway, so now that is our cemetery, belongs to the town, belongs to all of us, the whole town. So, anyway. We are paying the guy to mow the lawn up there and to spruce it up prior to holidays. We also have several groups that come down,
the Legion takes
the
care of
Legion
it.
comes up there, and there's church groups that go up there. But as far as having a headstone, I think after having, you know, I do genealogy, I'm scouring cemeteries all the time. There's some that have some, I mean, no holds barred, and they can be pretty garish. So we need to have some sort of limit on how much you can, what height the stone should be.
Size and height.
Maybe if you have a direct stone, maybe you should be responsible for cleaning up around, it. You can't mow around. It. It's gotta be weed whacked. So, I don't know, maybe that's something for a later discussion with the town council on just doing one special.
Just
We
do
need
the
to go out to the
cemetery.
cemetery.
Or a base around it so that the lawnmower can drive over it,
Yeah, that's how most of them, they have a pretty good base
and then it's
around them.
ripped
Mhm.
in the middle.
Yeah, but it's a sturdy thing, and if you hit it with a blower on the mower, and it's not gonna destroy anything or knock over. Yeah, I have mowed that, and it's a pain in the butt.
Well, I think Tim's been doing an excellent job.
He has.
Yeah.
He weed whacks, he does it all.
Yep.
And then my other point was, if a council member is, exiting their seat, it's just been 3 missed meetings and they're done.
It's 3 missed meetings. that
And
are
I
excused.
would rather have a resignation letter from them saying that they're resigning, and then have that on file for 5
I don't know
years.
how you can enforce that, but.
It's not enforcement, just request it,
Yeah.
it's part of our
And if
policy
they
and
refuse,
procedure.
I would. I
It's
think
not a
that-
rule that's beating someone over the head, it's just a simple request,
Yeah.
so that we have it on file,
Mhm.
and,
They can either do it, or you can put in there that they didn't do it.
Yeah.
You know, you asked for it and they didn't do it, but
Yeah, we can put
you're
it.
covered that way. I mean,
just really listening to the auditors, the insurance, and changing our policies and procedures, there's just some things, just reading through this. I can read through it again, and I'm gonna find something
I
that
think it's.
needs to be updated or changed,
And-
reworded. Yeah,
And we can always do that at any council meeting. just tell Jay and we'll put it on the agenda.
Is there anything in there that, says any new council members or any member of the council should take the OPMA, webinar?
No,
I think that
No.
that's very
and
important.
it needs to be in
Yeah,
there,
I think we should add that too.
yeah.
That was so much information just from the hour and a half, it like,
It's very good.
I'm still, going back, I was like, I'm pretty sure they said this, and
And maybe we should do it every
like, yearly.
year or
Yeah.
something.
I think they,
It was good.
I was kinda looking at it yesterday, but I think they do the webinar yearly, they update it annually. Because
Yeah,
new
new
stuff
stuff comes in.
changes, yeah.
And then the part with our insurance also, we need to put in there policies and procedures that anyone having Fourth of July or anything else have to have their own event insurance.
We need to collect insurance certificates from any entity or any rental, like people who rent property from us, or anything that, we need to have a copy every year of their insurance naming the town of Metaline on it.
Okay.
She actually requested it, and I was like,
She said we should have been
I'll
doing
work on
that
that.
the whole time.
We're
Because
just,
yes, we have liability and we have insurance, but they're holding the event in our town, so
Yeah,
We
They
need
have
to
to
be named
prove.
on it.
At what point is it required? Like, what is an event compared to
Fourth
somebody
of
having a
July.
birthday party?
4th of July,
How do you decipher that?
color run.
So if they wanna rent the park, which sucks for birthday parties, they need to, show proof of insurance, pretty much, like a liability thing.
We,
Is that a non-resident?
when I,
we use event help, there's certain levels, like when we're doing a food booth or something, it's a $5 million policy, it's like $200
It's not
for the
really,
event.
for a birthday
Okay.
party,
I don't think
if
birthday
they're already
parties-
paying $25 to rent the park, I mean,
no.
It's a
we do
$50
not charge-
cleanup
we don't
fee if
charge-
we don't-
If you're doing a
charge
public
them.
event,
okay.
it's handy to have that because
oh,
you
there we
know,
go,
For
public
Public
events.
event.
That's the key word, thanks Bill.
Alright.
That's what I need.
Private event, we don't charge for,
No,
Right.
because then we would be liable.
so
No,
do you like
public
the,
event has to have an insurance certificate submitted to us when they fill out the paperwork.
Okay,
so any color runs, 4th of July,
Yeah, anything if, like, even the beautification, if they do
Beautification,
something,
yeah.
they have to name us as the insurer on there. A cord form is what I'm looking for.
so they're number one, and we're always secondary instead of us taking in case something unforeseen
That needs to be in
happens.
our policies and procedures.
Any
Yes,
public event.
this will be submitted to our insurance, so it has to be in there,
yeah.
proving that we, because that was one point Fran hit on that you.
She,
We
yeah.
should have a whole,
We have a policy we can submit to them now. Right. We
No.
have a policy.
well, there's an ordinance on the park about like people
Yeah.
renting it and stuff, but it's not in the policies book.
No, and we will update
Right.
it, and we will continue to update it whenever we change it, we'll send them a new copy. But we need to send them something.
This is something that the auditor and the insurance requested as of right now, that's why we're
Well,
touching base with it.
okay, yeah.
But we're not gonna send them our old policy and procedures,
We could
it's
send
so
them-
vague.
We could update that, ordinance or wherever that is listed.
Well, yeah,
We have a lot of work to do.
yeah, and some questions to ask too.
Well, we wanna do it now, get it done and do it correct, so that when we do send our disclosure to her, that it's accepted right away and she's not
Yeah.
questioning what we've already looked at and
Well,
redone.
there are, like I said, you can look for those things online, and there's every one of them towns, and ours should mirror them. I don't think that we're anything, if you start getting too specific in these things, then it gets to be really.
That's how this one was built, was off of the other,
Yes,
small
that-
towns
and
and
that's,
did you get him?
No,
But, yeah,
but that is our policies and procedures
correct.
for the town, and it was drafted from
MRSC.
MRSC,
and from other examples from other towns. So it's pretty darn close. However, we're going to,
Why don't we request from some of these small towns like ours, not much different than ours, maybe a little more in population, why don't we request their policies and
But
procedures?
they're already online, we can do that, right? I can go
Well,
in there.
we haven't done it, maybe we should do it, we have a look at some of them and see what,
We did it back,
well.
when
Yeah,
I
we
originally wrote
got
The
all-
CA
The driving policy did come
Yeah.
from a small town, that's where I got that,
Mhm.
cause we didn't,
Yeah.
to my knowledge, and I couldn't find one, so I just drafted from another small town.
My years here, we never had it.
Okay,
When we had the fire department, you had to pass the backup test for the truck and a few things, and we just did it out here, just so we knew the person could do it. But, yeah, I don't have anything against that, I'm just saying that if we had a couple of other small towns
Mhm.
to look at
Right.
and put it against what we have already, or we don't have,
We don't
you
have,
might
yeah.
look through there and see something.
I have Newports, I did get it.
Well, there you go.
It's-
Well,
it's
yeah, I
very
didn't-
large,
Like I
but-
said, I've never
Yeah.
looked at them, but I
That's
guess I
not
could
really
come over here and
comparable
do
to
that.
us.
It's totally
I
something
went through about
email.
4 of them last night, and ours.
Marcus is a good comparable one, and they're under us, I believe.
And they have a big event,
They have a big event, Marcus would be a good one to
Okay.
pull.
and they're part of.
I think they're
They're
actually,
part of
yeah.
the,
They're
yeah.
only 7 times
Um,
smaller than us in Wall State.
And then maybe one farther south, you could do Roselia or Spangle. They're bigger than us because of the farming community, but still, Roselia might be the best one. And see if we can get something off of theirs, maybe we want to add.
There is one, I just don't know where it is, cause I was part of making it up. But,
One what?
Policies and procedures,
It's probably an ordinance, it's probably in that ordinance book.
no, it was separate.
What was it?
Cause we did this one, well, it
That
never
in
was,
2021, I think,
yeah, this
right?
was done in 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing about the park in there.
Nothing. It just pertained
Just
town council
meetings.
rules and procedures, yeah, it wasn't, and right on the last page, it says, what does it say here? Council sanctions to be drafted, nothing was ever done.
There's nothing in it yet. We'll get it.
We just need it completed.
Okay. There's a lot more work to be done on policies and procedures.
Yeah.
Any more discussion on that today? Someone to make a motion, oh,
No, there's no motion, we're just gonna recess into an executive meeting.
make the motion to recess.
Do we have to have a motion to recess? I don't think we do, because we're just gonna recess into the.
It just says recess.
And then we're
Executive
gonna come back out into the meeting.
Okay,
You gotta call the time though.
or 15 minutes? Or how long do we want?
As long as it takes,
As long as it takes.
yeah.
So what time
Well,
is
we
it?
have to put a time, well, the time that well, it actually says here we're supposed to say how long it'll be, because people might wanna come back and rejoin the meeting.
Cause the town meeting will resume after it, so you have to have a time, you can do 30
Okay.
minutes.
You guys could do like 15, 20 minutes, I think you guys could do.
Okay, we're going to enter into an executive session at, the real time is 11:23. And resume in 15 minutes. I'm gonna need a pause break. I'll be right back.
Anthony, you have to shut it off for a second.